This sounds like exaggerations, but no BS. You have the potential to literally get whatever you want. We are talking about how we can master reverse thinking. Now, if you know how to do this, you have the potential to literally do whatever you set in your mind to. You want to become more charismatic? Reverse thinking. You want to make more money? Reverse thinking. Now, if you don't know what's in this video, you are going to wake up year after year after year wondering why you are not further ahead. Maybe you see other people crushing it and you wonder what's their secret. What do they got? In this video, I want to give you some higher level perspective on reverse thinking. And then, I'll try and give you a few real life stories that you can walk away with and use. So you're walking away with something tangible. You must be wondering what the heck is reverse thinking. Actually, you already got it. You just didn't realize it. Like most of us already got this reverse thinking thing going on in our daily lives. We just don't really get what it's all about, And we ain't diving deep enough into how to use it. Let me put it this way. We all know money's for spending, right? But reverse thinking tells us something not spending money can actually save us some dough. I bet most people had this idea, right? It's like a kind of reverse thinking. Like, say you want to buy some fancy branded stuff, but you don't want to drop a ton of cash. So, the reverse thinking move is not hitting up the fancy stores or their official website, but hitting up some second-hand deals or platforms to find some top-notch branded goods at a steal. That way, you can snag a bunch of high-quality branded stuff at a great price. Basically, it's all about saving money, which is also a kind of reverse thinking, Sound familiar, right? Like, for instance, you want to save up to buy a house, but you realize your monthly expenses and rent eat up a big chunk of your income. Bet you had thoughts like that. Instead of waiting till you save up enough dough to buy a house, try looking for a cheaper place or sharing a pet with someone. That way, you can still enjoy a comfy crib and save up some cash at the same time. What I just said, doesn't it all ring a bell? Isn't it what you usually think about? Yeah, those examples I brought up are just to show you how reverse thinking is totally tied to our everyday thoughts. And what we gotta do is train it, learn it, and master it to level up our reverse thinking game, so it can grow and be more useful at a higher level. Basically, the core of reverse thinking is not sticking to the traditional way of thinking, but looking at issues, problems from different angles and dimensions to find better solutions. So, by now, you probably already spotted reverse thinking in yourself, right? Drop a yes in the comments if you are on the same wavelength. Like I said earlier, you have likely had thoughts like not spending money can actually save you money. That's your reverse thinking at work. Maybe it's just a tiny seed in you right now, but you gotta keep watering and fertilizing it to make it grow strong. Here, let me tell you a couple more stories to flip your understanding and make you crave for more reverse thinking tales. Let's shake things up. There's really no such things as mess in this world. What we call mess are just normal thoughts that ordinary folks find hard to grasp, because 99% of people think in a positive way. Remember that I've talked about this topic before. So if you are interested, you can click on the info section to watch that video. But let's get back on track. Most people think positively, but only a few think in reverse. Now, I'm going to give you a little taste of the charm of reverse thinking psychology. For example, if you want to quickly gain someone's favor and improve your relationship, positive thinking is about unconditionally being nice to them. But this effort often leads to the other person not cherishing it. Reverse thinking is about making the other person contribute, and you heard me right. It's about getting them to help you out and provide services. There's a famous psychological phenomenon called Franklin effect. Franklin had a bad relationship with a politician, but he wanted to win him over, so he came up with a plan. He found out that the politician had a rare book at home, so he simply asked to borrow it. Surprisingly, the politician agreed. A week later, when Franklin returned the book, he also expressed his gratitude. From then on, the politician's attitude toward Franklin did a complete 180 and they become close friends. In a relationship, the more one person invests, the more they cherish it. The so-called founders is just the sum of one's contribution. So, in this method can be widely applied to various interpersonal relationships such as dating, socializing, and the workplace. Don't always think about giving, but also appropriately ask for something. Just like people often say, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Relationships are all about giving and taking. Do you understand now? If not, it's okay. Let me tell you another story, which I'm sure you all have heard before. In Greek mythology, Zeus gave a woman named Pandora a box and explicitly told her not to open it. Pandora became increasingly curious about what might be inside the box. Why couldn't she open it? Eventually, she couldn't resist and opened the box one day, only to release diseases, conflicts, disaster, and the horrors into the world, destroying the once glorious era of humanity. This is known as Pandora effect or the forbidden fruit effect. In psychology, it refers to the general terms for behavior of disrespect, disobedience. The more people respect for fear, the more they disobey. Unlike ordinary reverse psychology, it actually stems from people's curiosity mechanism. If Zeus had clearly told Pandora that the box contained causes to punish humanity, Pandora would never have opened it. Instead, the simple statement of absolutely cannot be opened ignited endless associations and curiosity in her mind. When people's freedom is restricted, they feel uncomfortable, and engaging in prohibited behavior actually relieves this discomfort. If the choice is voluntary, people tend to increase their liking for the chosen object. However, when the choice is forced upon them, their liking for the chosen object decreases. People like to have control over their actions and don't like their freedom being restricted. So, instead of prohibiting things that people are interested in, let's not turn them into forbidden fruits, as it might lead them to acquire them through the wrong means. Instead, let's turn things that people dislike but are valuable into forbidden fruits to increase their attractiveness and cleverly stimulate the innate curiosities of humans. Type yes in the comment if you see the logic here. The next real-life example happened in France. Back in the day, when potatoes were first introduced to France, French farmers found them too ugly to plant. Someone came up with a bizarre idea. They stationed fully armed soldiers around each experimental field where potatoes were planted day and night. The farmers, thinking there must be something valuable in those fields, often sneak in and stole the unripe potatoes to plant in their own fields. Gradually, potatoes become a widely cultivated crop among French farmers. In the minds of normal people, the giver is considered cheap and the seeker is considered valuable. Reverse thinking psychology is about exploiting human weakness, turning them around, and making something given for free become highly sought after. It's about making yourself passive and letting the other person to take the initiative. This way, you can change the impressions of things in the other person's mind and make them follow your lead. This is also known as the Pandora effect. Another classical example of Pandora effect in life is this. A mother wanted to encourage her daughter to read. She told her that books were for adults and that girl was too young to read. She hid the books under the cabinet and behind the sofa, just like hiding snacks. But she deliberately left a small flaw exposed. The clever daughter quickly found the hidden spot and secretly started reading. Gradually, the child became interested in reading. If you are a parent, don't forget to try this tip in your day-to-day life, and I guarantee you will be shocked by the result. Let's get into the main point. If you have gained something from it, or if the stories I share have helped improve your understanding of reverse thinking, feel free to share your experience and insight in the comment section. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss my upcoming video about reverse thinking is something you can learn through training. This is OK Ma. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on next video.